Starting an online business shouldn't feel this hard, and yet for so many people it feels this way. Not because they're doing something wrong, but because they're working so hard, they're doing so much without any real signal. Most people are trying to build something online without a single clear yes from another human being. And when there's no feedback, no response, no results, everything starts to feel much heavier than it needs to. In this video, I'd like to talk about why starting an online business feels so hard and what's actually missing when it feels that way. It usually comes down to one thing. I've been trying to make money online for years, and I can tell you that all this time it felt so heavy for me, the idea of building a business. I felt like I was working so hard, I was building so much, but I was not really getting results, and I was not getting the satisfaction, the money, the results that I truly deserved. And so I was just working in the wind, right? And when I was trying to explain to other people what I was doing, they were asking me like, oh, are you getting clients? Like, is this working well for you? And I just had this weird feeling of, hey, I'm just being in my head, like I'm just being silly and this is never going to work for me. And I'm just putting so much work out there, but not getting anything back. And so the first reason why business might feel super heavy for you right now, super hard, maybe it's because you're just not getting a direct response. You're not getting any feedback on what you're doing. And so you don't really know if the work that you're doing matters. You don't really feel like you're having this impact in the world, even though maybe you enjoy working, maybe you enjoy creating, courses or content. But if you don't get a response, if it's like a conversations. If you start talking to someone but you don't get anybody replying, then it starts to feel really exhausting and feeling like, hey, am I just being in my head a little bit too much? And so the whole idea would be to get one real yes from a single human. And if you get that first yes, then you start thinking, okay, all my work compounded and I got a result. Even if it's a small result compared to the work that you've put in, you start feeling like the work that you're doing matters. It gives you a confirmation that you're on the right path. It gives you data on whether that feels aligned or not, and data on whether that works in the market or not. So there are so many people who create communities, courses, content, and they focus on trying to get results, trying to get money from that, when I believe that the goal should really be to just get one single yes, just a single human yes, so that you know that what you're doing actually matters, so that you get a real person who said, yes, I want to pay you for doing that for me, whether it's a service business, a coaching business, it doesn't matter. Like just having someone for you in front of you who's going to say, yes, I want to buy what you're having right now, and yes, the work that you've done so far actually matters and is going to serve other people. It's not just so that you're trying to build an online business. If you'd like to get your first human yes within the next couple of weeks, I'd be happy to chat with you on how we could do that together. Feel free to book a call with me by clicking the link down below. Now I have a question for you. Do you feel like maybe you're in preparation mode a little bit too much and not really putting yourself out there enough, not building in public and not doing the uncomfortable work that would get you to actually get clients and start seeing results? For so long, I was in preparation mode. Why? Because it felt so productive. And I was not really aware of this at the time. I was really thinking that I was working towards results in my online business. And I spent so much time building a website, for example, that never really was useful to anybody because I had not really defined my niche. And so if you feel like you're stuck in your head and you're trying to be productive by talking to AI or setting strategies or building courses or thinking so much about content and all that, maybe that feels good in the moment because it feels like you're truly working, and actually you are, but the truth is that it keeps you disconnected from reality, and it kind of slows down this feedback loop that will be the thing that will actually give you data on what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, what feels right and what doesn't. Right now I hear you asking, well, what would being in reality mean then if I'm not in preparation mode? Well, that could look like conversations. Through conversations, you have questions, you have objections, you have resistance, you have data about what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, and what the world needs. And so through conversations, you can learn so much about your offer. Even is it good enough? Like so many times we're in our heads, thinking, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I could do this, so I'm going to help this. And we get really excited or we get very frustrated. But at the end of the day, it's only real world responses that will give you data on what is right to do and what is not, so that you can feel aligned, and so that the world can actually respond to your ideas, right? Don't let them just be ideas. Let them be experimentations. Have conversations with people so that you can get the data that you need. And the real clarity will actually come from these conversations. Clarity on your offer, clarity on your ideas, clarity on who you want to help your niche, and clarity on what feels right to you and what doesn't. And the third reason why building your business might feel so hard right now is that platforms, courses, content communities without people inside them actually testing your things feel really abstract. And abstract building feels really hard, feels really uncomfortable, and it just feels like you're working so hard and that is just not being really useful to anybody. And there's so much mental weight that comes from this because nothing and nobody is responding to you. And so you just feel very lonely in what you're building and you don't have this feedback response. And so business becomes real and starts feeling much lighter when there's actually someone who's responding in front of you, someone who's testing your stuff, your ideas being experimentations in the world. So now just imagine for a second that you actually got a human yes, that you also are in reality much more than preparation. That means that you're in conversations with people, you're out there in the world testing your ideas, and that you actually got people buying your courses or being in your communities, people actually engaging with what you do and with you. How would you feel? Would you feel any better? If the answer is yes, I would love you to think again about the 3 different things I mentioned in this video and see how you can maybe switch from being in your head to being in reality and in the world a little bit more, from having the goal of getting lots of views and lots of people to watch your stuff to actually getting one single person to give you a yes. And if you'd like your business to feel a little bit lighter and maybe to get your first paying clients within the next 2 months, feel free to book a call with me so we can chat about it. Now, if you'd be curious to know how to start a coaching business from zero without any niche or without any audience, feel free to click on the video just right here. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.